Hi folks, Job Lot Comics here. Going to have a look at a really unusual thing that you might not have seen in the States or outside of the States. Similar things you've probably seen if you're one of my Brazilian viewers. You may have seen these kind of comic books, yeah, because they're not the original. It looks like Action Comics, doesn't it? It isn't. It's Action Double Double Comics because it's double double. This is obviously a reprint because the colorists have get hugely confused, thinking if Superman's got blue hair, why has Supergirl not got blue hair? I'm going to do it blue anyway. If they'd made her blonde, she might have blended in with the background there. Who knows? This fortress is off limits to Superman. What's that tell you? So this is the weirdest thing. This is issue 4 of Action Double Double Comics. See this this has no interior page. It's just this blank. Obviously, they didn't sell advertising for these things here. And you've got the Superman story, The Head of Hate. Now, it's confusing because this is dated 1968, yeah. But it isn't 1968 when this book came out. So what's going on here? Well, what they used to do back in the day, if they had some old comics and stuff, and they would just put them together. They would just bind them together into these books. So, really weirdly, these are the original comics because it's got all the original advertising in them. Can you see that? So, it's just the oddest thing ever. Because look, right, they've done that Action Comics there, yeah? And then, what do? They got an issue of the Avengers. So here you've got the direct currents page from that issue of Action. And then here you've got the Avengers. There we go. And again, here's the indicia here so that you know that this is the original comic. It's number 44, September 1967, and they've just bumped them in together. So then you get this Avengers book, it's got all the advertising as normal. It's the real book that's in here. They've just binded it together. They've not reprinted it. No. Because why would they reprint this with all the original adverts in it? It makes no sense because, those adverts are completely defunct. And you get to the end of that, and there's the letters page. We love the letters pages. Who has written in? Chris Barth. Hello, Chris Barth. Rick Burns, he wrote in. Tim Thompson. But I'll tell you this, these letter writers would never imagine for 1 minute that their letter was appearing in a book that was not reprinted, that was bound together in the UK. So here we've got an issue of Brave and the Bold. And it's Batman and Plastic Man. And if I remember properly, this is a Neil Adams cover. This is 1968 again. Dome, what is thy shape? It's the shape of Plastic Man. That's what it is. So then you buy Brave and the Bold, yeah. Look at Plastic Man being a complete and utter goofball. This is the Neil Adams cover, and when you've seen the original, the Neil Adams cover makes it look like this really, really dramatic story, and it's not. It's this goofball. What the? Yeah, and they're just beating up this doit bag. And then, then we get this. And it's a Robin Solo story. Now, this is from a book that, so this was the backup story, yeah? And there's no indicia on it. So this is just a shorter story. So they've maybe thought, right, we've not got enough pages left. Let's just put this in. You think that's Two-Face, don't you? That's who I thought it was. I thought, oh my God, how odd. Two-Face. That ain't Two-Face. It's some douchebag called 50/50. Makes no sense. Why did they do that? Who knows? Was Two-Face just too out there for the Comic Code Authority? In fact, was this Comic Code? Yeah, it would have been Comic Code, yeah. Unless it was Golden Age and it wasn't. What the? Wait a wee minute. Is there a date on this? Is there a date? There should be a date on this. 1967 again. So that would have been the back. But then, so you get the direct cuts there. Then you move over here. You get an issue of the Fantastic Four. 1967. What issue is it? Number 60. Now, these are literally the original books, and they have just been all binded together into one massive double comic. Yeah, look at that. Good Lord. And there's a few of these out in the UK, and collectors love them. And I'll tell you something, these are the original books, so this isn't a reprint, you have to remember that. So, is there any of these double comics out there that actually have super key books in them? Do you know what I mean? So, I haven't done any research. Of course I've not done any research. Do you know why? Because I'm the laziest YouTuber on the platform. But there must be some issues of these double comics out there that actually have key books that have had the covers torn off and then just bound into these things here. Can you see that? See how it's square bound? It's the oddest thing. And I've always wanted to own one of these, and I've seen it on eBay, and I bought it on eBay for $6. Can you believe that? Now, you couldn't buy those books inside this for $6, but I managed to get hold of it. Obviously, nobody else was interested in it. I did notice, though, the guy that was selling this had some other ones on there, and they were more expensive, and that made me think, damn, have they got really super key issues in it, and they've been reprinted, and these guys are buying them up because they just love it? I think so. Anyway, Action double comics. You heard of double comics? Does it make any sense to you? Does this make any sense to you? Does this make any sense to you? Subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments if you've ever seen one of these. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.